Hello everyone and welcome to this channel. My name is Ashley and I'm going to share with you my life after trauma. Now before I start, I want to put a big flashing disclaimer here. Warning. These statements in these videos are of my own opinion. I am not an expert and will never claim to be, and I am not a therapist. The statements in these videos are of my perspective through trauma treatment and may not match yours. Also, while I attempt to explain things in my own words, some of the statements may not be perfectly scientifically correct. While I will do research where needed, a lot of my information will come from things I have learned while in therapy. Any sources I use will be in the description below. So a little bit about me. I am a woman living with post-traumatic stress disorder, complex in nature, and dissociative identity disorder. I am currently in treatment with a therapist who specializes in trauma and dissociation. I play video games, I work in veterinary medicine, and I am pursuing my degree in veterinary technology. So, what am I doing here? Well, the reason came to mind while I've been in my therapy. I'm going through a type of therapy called Cognitive Processing Therapy, or CPT. Now, you may have heard of CBT, Cognitive Behavioral Therapy, and while they are similar, there are a few differences. I will get into fully what CPT is in another video, but for right now, know that it is used to treat trauma. Now, before I started CPT, my therapist wanted me to look into some of the different treatment options out there for trauma. I looked into EMDR, prolonged exposure, and CPT. And for CPT, I found some dry and boring texts. No offense to the people who wrote those texts. But I couldn't really find a patient talking about their firsthand experience of what this is like. I did find a video seminar from one of the doctors who created this protocol, and that did help answer a lot of questions I had. It was still lacking that firsthand experience of what it's like going through this. Also, through my research and looking into spaces online for dissociative identity disorder, DID, I couldn't really find anyone talking about CPT. So that kind of puts me in an interesting position. I have DID and I am going through this therapy, and I don't think I'm alone. And I don't think I will ever be the only one out there looking into what it is, wanting to know what it's like to go through CPT, confused about what it is and how it's supposed to help. So first and foremost, that's what this channel is here for, to share my journey healing from trauma and my experience with CPT. Because as my therapist says, trauma is treatable and you can get better. Now for the other reason I am here. While trauma makes up a part of my life and my history, it is not all of who I am. And DID is not all of who I am. And, in my opinion, a majority of the online spaces for DID create DID into this all-encompassing aspect of someone's life, almost like a personality trait. But it does not define me, and it does not define people who live with it. Me, for example, I am a nerd, a gamer, an animal lover and helper, but I am also a trauma survivor. So while I will be sharing my healing, I will also be sharing a little bit with you of my life after trauma, to show people out there that do not have these things in their lives, that trauma and DID especially are not to be romanticized or sought after, but that these things in our life do not make us dangerous. And also to show the people that do live with this throughout their life that they are not alone and that their trauma is treatable and it does not have to make up your entire existence. So I hope you stick around. It's going to be a mixed bag of interests along with some information. If you want to help me spread my message that trauma is treatable and what CPT is like, please share this video everywhere. Also, if you could subscribe and like the video, that helps boost the algorithm. Also, please leave me some comments, thoughts, questions, tips. I am new to this video making world, so any wisdom will be welcome. But thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you being here, and I will see you next time. Bye!